The purpose of this video is to demonstrate the process of scheduling a test. To schedule a test, you would begin at Prov's homepage at www.provexam.com. From this homepage, you'll see this series of menu options. What you'll do is you'll select the button that says Schedule a Test. Before going any further, we need to answer the question, how do I know where to start? In self-registration, the licensing agency allows you to register directly with Prov, and you provide your testing information to Prov. Examples of organizations that allow this would be the Alabama Home Builders Licensure Board, the state of Utah, and the state of West Virginia. In the pre-registration scenario, the licensing agency would pre-approve you for testing, and the agency would provide your information to Prov. Examples of agencies that do this would be the Alabama Electrical Licensing Board, the state of Maine, and the state of New Hampshire, and many others. Now let's return to the process of scheduling a test. This is the scheduler screen. If you were self-registering, what you would do is you would select the New Exam Registration hyperlink at the bottom of the screen. You would then select the certifying body, whether that's the licensing agency or certifying board, from the drop-down list. And here I will select Utah Electrical. And then what you'll do is you'll select either the license or the certificate that you're seeking. We don't ask you to select the exam because in some cases there might be multiple exams required, and so simply select the license that you're looking to obtain. In this case, I'll select a journeyman electrician license, and then select Next. In some organizations, some states, such as Utah, there might be a pre-qualification requirement where the state's asking you to at least verify that you have experience. What you can do is select the information if you're provided with this screen, and then submit that information. If you do not have enough qualifications, you will not be able to continue. But in this case, we'll be able to go forward. And what I'll do is I'll enter in my information. And in Utah, as well as some other states, you'll enter your social security number. And then you can enter your address. And then enter in your email address. And then finally enter in your birth date. Now, birth date's not always required, but if it is, please enter that information. And then select Save Changes. Now, I mentioned earlier that when you are registering, you don't select the specific examination that you're seeking, but rather you seek the license. In this case, you'll see that there are 3 examinations that are required to obtain this license in the state of Utah. And so I will go through the process of simply registering for one of them. What I'll do is I'll select this hyperlink that says Find Suitable Time and Venue. I can then select a location where I'm going to take the test. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a remote proctoring location called Exam Room. I'll select an available date and time. I'll add this to the cart. Now, if I wanted to schedule another test, I could select the Schedule Another Test button, or I could make payment at this point in time. And I'll enter in the information. Once your payment's been processed, you'll see this screen confirming your registration appointment. You can download your invoice by selecting this hyperlink. As you can see, it includes the date and time when the test was scheduled. This information will also be emailed to you directly. What I've demonstrated so far is the process of self-registering for an examination. Now, if you have already taken a test, if you have been pre-approved for a test, or if you are going to schedule a second test, let's say in the example that I gave earlier, I had several tests that I had not scheduled yet, what you can do is simply return to the screen, schedule a test. Now I'm going to demonstrate the process of scheduling a test if you've been pre-approved, or if you have already taken a test and are needing to retake a test or reschedule a test, or finally if there are additional tests that you haven't scheduled already. So once you've scheduled once, you do not need to pre-register again. What I'm going to do now is demonstrate the process of scheduling a test if I've been pre-registered by the licensing agency. What you would do from this screen is that you would enter your candidate ID and you'd enter your last name. Let's show you what happens here. You can see when I return that I have the examinations that I had already registered for. And so I'm going to schedule a second test, and I'll do that once again by selecting Find Suitable Time and Venue. And the process continues the same as the other method that had been used before. I'll select an exam date or time. I'll add to cart, and then I'll make payment. Now to recap, if you are self-registering, the first time you self-register, you will select a new exam registration link at the bottom of the scheduling page. If, however, you are retaking or rescheduling, what you'll do is you'll enter your candidate ID and last name into the fields and simply enter Retrieve Details. Now, for those that are pre-registered, for all scheduling, just enter your candidate ID and last name and then select Retrieve Details, and then you can begin the scheduling process. If you still have questions, call us at Prov at 866-720-7768 in the continental U.S. Thank you.